Barafindarisational progressive sources and resources of each and everything. Barafinda as the natural gentleman, the greatest statesman, his and yon, the democratic one, the best qualitative, good politician globally, the senior politician with the total seniority, the strongest man from top to bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, hither and yon all over the world. This world of ours has the greatest men of high caliber, statesmen and plus. Therefore, my dear friends, my ideas work arm in arm with each other in that I must unify African states to form USA too. Here I mean the United States of Africa too. Through Barafindarisation, as the senior politician with the total seniority, my far political foresightedness and charisma give states and the people to see the light of the day today and the whole future of all Africans and the total futurity of the whole world population is. From north of the world, east, west and south, even the central political, economic, social and humanitarian figure, so-called Africa, as the permanent and constant continent in the best strategic position in the whole world. Here and there, therefore, Africa is strategically positioned through Barafindarisational progressive sources and resources. We're gonna use the whole visible and invisible, tangible and intangible resources. Here I mean the natural and artificial resources to be utilized maximally and profitably for the total benefit of the world population is. As far as all the types of markets are concerned, without any segregation is. But the target is to satisfy the world human population is needs and demands of day to day in high science and technologies of all levels, to progress each and everything as far as production is concerned in all its types and levels, as we have been mentioning them or outlining them as primary production, secondary production, tertiary production, around about production, direct production and indirect production, throughout the whole of Africa to all other world continents. Therefore, through Barafindarisation, we're gonna promote air transportation, by planes, shuttles, and cable cars in all mountainous and hilly regions, the valleys and gentle plains. Therefore, strengthening our agricultural process and industrial process to progress, utilizing all the resources profitably due to maximization of the total output as far as industrialization is concerned hither and yon, which shall occupy space in the first priority as our main goal. We, the rulers. Rulers are the strongest ladies and gentlemen, plus our younger ones, spreading all over the world with new philosophies of high integrity. The unknown levels and technicalities plus promotional and progressive knowledge of human beings without any segregations in all sexes and of all ages. As it was said, this political foresightedness and charisma give states and people to see the light of tomorrow after the day to day. People shall progress in each and every thing in all corners to maximize the resources, becoming more than the human population is. Therefore, the whole world production is, here I mean the general and the total production is, must be exceeding the whole world population is. Because currently we have very many eaters but very few workers. We're gonna change this failing system to successive and successional process of progressing each and every business successfully, and this shall lead to us to utilize all the types of productions and levels to progress into the new Barafindarisational process of progressing each and every natural and artificial style in resource maximization and utilization in it all 24/7. Many parts of the world are still behind. Therefore, we're gonna uplift the world's economy and economies in many ways and styles, so-called Barafindarisation. As far as agriculture is concerned, we shall promote livestock rearing and transhumance farming, then the nomadic regions and rearing shall be checked up and modernize the styles and solve their cases, teaching them the modern Knowledge as far as sciences are concerned, leading to discovering new technologies to boost their new life in this 21st millennium and century. Here I mean the 21st century in the second millennium since Jesus came to save us in the whole world without any segregations. This is the real period in the real millennium where Nabi Muhammad also arrived in 570, where he died in 622, but all of them plus Nabi Muhammad had good plans for world human populations. Therefore, we have also to revise all the past periods gone and check what is remaining for us and learn new meanings and new styles, and never to forget the modern technicalities of human beings to progress and prolong all our feelings psychologically and develop the new philosophies, political, economically, social and humanitarian acceleration and modernizing each and every active and sounding business. In so doing, we have also to promote automatically the ranching and animal farming here and yon. This business of pastoralism is subdivided into two: the nomadism for subsistence purposes must also be developed using new methods of farming. Here, the modern animal insemination applications must be utilized to modernize and to protect even the nature and the nature of the world animals in total conservation and preservation due to God's orderliness, and also make the new style of farming, but utilizing the knowledge that we got from God and promoting our knowledge to produce new skills, to formulate new styles of earning a living, utilizing the kinds of resources that we have to make them more profitable and maximum utilized in all styles for the betterment of all world populations. So we have to modernize the nomadism business and transformance in many mechanisms and styles so mentioned above, called or known as Barafindarisational process in all styles, as far as sources of all resources in the whole world, the tangible and intangible ones, the mobile and the immobile ones. Here I mean the fixed resources. We have to make them so useful and beneficial to all world populations without any segregations, basing on continents, countries, regions, or societies, or sexes, or ages. Never at all. But for the whole society's or world population's benefits. The general benefit, not personal benefit. That one, if is achieved, then we shall dance the better tune, and God shall thank us in all styles. You think and the unthinkable ones. The ranching style in Ruda, in Rudaism philosophies, for modern animal rearing for commercial purposes, in order promoting the teenage food and the production of diversities of many kinds. But in modern animal rearing, as far as ranching is concerned, we have to promote one or two type of animals in each and every village or in domestic districts and sub-districts of the world, in order to check where production shall be increasing progressively, as mentioned in our alpha of progressively in all styles, in progressing styles of day-to-day modern styles of working and progressive performance, humanly in perfect competition or in general public service and servicing. All these above shall promote the specialization business of aiming at increasing skills and modern knowledge, aiming at increasing overproduction exceeding over world populations of human beings. Therefore, after achieving all of that, we shall also once again dance the better tunes. His and yon, everybody shall be very happy in this world, and that's what God needs from us. In so doing, the mentioned above tactics and styles in many ways of solving the problems, we shall also have solved the refugee problems in this world. This world has the very big problem of refugees, here and yon in the whole world, but reaching here in Africa, it is climbing. Therefore, we gonna climb it by all means. Therefore, a refugee is a person forced to move from his or her country or place to another, seeking for protection, asylum, and security. Therefore, we have to maximize security and constant and permanent homes of citizens. Here I mean all types of settlements must be introduced to protect the old, the younger ones, and the total babies globally, maximizing security for each and everybody. Because if we don't solve this problem of the refugee in this Africa, then everybody shall become a refugee in his or her life, in lifestyle. Everybody has to understand this one. The refugees have very many problems, but they are undermined by the will of people. Mostly the leaders, where there are refugees, around there are total dictators. Here I mean the total ring dictators, causing the people to move from place to place, leaving their permanent settlements, seeking for protection, asylum, hither and yon, for permanent security of themselves, for their younger ones, animals, and plus other property of diversity. The problems, some of them, these refugees have no educational systems because they are ever on run. So we have to stabilize them and construct them the permanent settlements and permanent school sources and resources to have free primary and secondary education, and the deduction for high institutions and university tuition fees. The refugees have a big problem. The lack of good sanitation, even beyond they are killed by many diseases like dysentery, and to mention but a few, due to poor feeding, poor water. Here I mean lack of clean water. They have very big problem of lacking water. Therefore, they have no clothings, have no blankets, and plus, so they lack very many. Among them, they lack security. We have to guarantee the security for all citizens. Security budget will be high, and then we have to turn this one to reduce security budget to zero. We have to cater for each and everybody so that we can guarantee and maximize the safe settlements of each and every African, hither and yon throughout the continent. Here I mean our USA too. So the problem of insecurity hither and yon shall be stamped out and shall become history. Because of insecurity, the refugees or citizens have the problems. One among others we have business of long run, lacking of investors in the country or continent, since they are still refugees. So the economy in the lineage of investments are impossible. So we have to reverse this one. Setting the permanent human settlements suitable for maximum security and suitable for long run and long life investments of all from near and far away. Taxing no the young investors below 6 millions of the capital. Therefore, this policy of tax removal on younger investors, here I mean the beginners, below the mentioned above capital, this shall promote